let's make a barbecue chicken dinner today here at the Young's house. I am so excited to show you all how easy it is to make a delicious barbecue meal, Gina Young style. Today what we're going to be having is some barbecue chicken thighs. We're going to have some corn on the cob and some delicious potato salad. Make sure your hands are clean. Let's cook dinner. Here's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need some chicken, your favorite chicken pieces. You're gonna need some spices to make it come together and taste good. I have some jerk chicken seasoning. If you have it, or if you don't have it, it'll still turn delicious. But we're putting some jerk seasoning in. I have some salt and pepper, chicken bouillon powder, onion and garlic powder. I got some parsley flakes, and we're gonna use some sazon. But not only that, we're gonna use a little bit of cooking oil so that we can coat it onto the skin, because this is gonna be baked in the oven. We wanna get that skin nice and crispy before we put our barbecue sauce on. And we're making corn on the cob. You're gonna need some butter and some spices, and we'll talk about that a little bit later during this video. And for our potato salad, we're gonna use your favorite mayonnaise, of course. And we're gonna have some boiled eggs in it. We're gonna put some celery and spices and make it taste good. Let's cook that. Hope y'all are having a great day today, and if you're not, hopefully I can brighten up your day with this recipe. When's the last time you had some barbecue? Some good barbecue. You can make delicious barbecue in the oven, and I'm gonna prove that to you today, because this is going in the oven and it's raining outside. Okay, so now look at my chicken. And sometimes your chicken may come like this. You gotta clean it up a little bit. I got some good sharp kitchen shears, and we're just gonna get rid of some of the extra skin and some of the fat that's on your chicken. All right, trim it up and make it look gorgeous, right? So now let me show you what it's supposed to look like. I've already washed this chicken off using lemon juice, salt, and cold water, rubbing it together, rinsing it very well, and then patting it dry with a paper towel. Not only, if you're using lemon, lime, or vinegar, not only do those three ingredients give you nice flavor, but it gets it nice and clean. Look at this. That's what I want my chicken to look like. And I'm gonna leave the skin on. We want crispy skin today underneath the barbecue sauce we're gonna put on here. I'm gonna continue to clean this chicken up just like so. And when I come back, we're gonna season it up real good, get it tossed into the oven. Chicken nice and trimmed and cleaned up. We're gonna put it into my favorite pan that I love to bake my chicken in. It's a frying pan, but it's oven proof, and I absolutely love it. So I use it as a baking dish. All right, so now I'm gonna put the chicken this way, you know, skin side down, so I can season the underneath side first, and then we'll double back and season that other side. In the meantime, I got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. This chicken is gonna make your whole house smell absolutely amazing. I happen to have a cut onion and a bell pepper that I used yesterday. Why not use it today? It's wilting down a little bit. We can throw it in with our chicken as it's bacon for extra flavor, because why not, right? So let's use it. Doesn't matter how you chop it up. Just get it in there. It's going to roast and bring great flavor to your chicken. And with the onion, just going to use a little bit. My family was in the mood for barbecue. I said, you got it. I said, I'm pretty sure we got a big pack of the chicken thighs in the freezer, and we did. And so I thawed it out early this morning. The time right now is 5 p.m. Dinner will be done in the nick of time. Perfect timing. All right, so let's go ahead, break this onion down. Once again, it doesn't matter how you slice it, just get it on there. And then when I come back, we're gonna oil our chicken, and we're gonna season it real good. Inside of this little ramekin here, I have some oil. Doesn't matter what kind of cooking oil, okay? Just get you some onto your chicken, whether you're drizzling it or you're spreading it on this way. It's gonna make it nice and moist. Those spices will adhere just perfectly to your chicken, all right? Lovely. And now we're gonna go right in with seasonings. Don't be afraid to season. If it's you and you're afraid to season, your food will be flavorless. Flavorless. All right, we're gonna go in with some of that jerk. Jerk does have a little bit of spice, and that's what I was looking for today. All right, awesome, there we go. A little bit of Sazon never hurt nobody. It brings great flavor, right? And a beautiful color to your chicken. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Let's get us some on. Sazon. We keep it here at the Young's house. We use it in rice, stews, all kinds of meats. We use it much as we can because it's so delicious. That parsley flake, we'll use it towards the end of the cooking process because really the parsley is just for color, right? Look at that, beautiful. I used to love watching my grandma season up things, or maybe she was seasoning a meatloaf. I would just be sitting there at her counter drooling, watching her season things up or cook something or make a homemade pound cake. Ever since I was little, I have loved cooking, and I love it till today. Every time I get behind this counter, I have the time of my life. Absolutely I do. And it's so great to be able to share my recipes with you all. This is chicken bouillon powder. Let's go over some of the seasonings that I use. I use the jerk seasoning, chicken bouillon powder, black pepper, garlic powder. We're going to use some onion powder. If I didn't already use it, I felt like I did, but it's okay. All right, and so now once we have that side nice and seasoned and oiled, throw the peppers on, throw the onions on. Okay, let them fall where they may. We're going to flip these over. We're going to get that other side seasoned. And in the meantime, over here on the largest stove, I got about 5-6 eggs that we're boiling that's going to go in our delicious potato salad. I'm going to show you how to make good potato salad. Once again, we're going to put that oil on. Getting all those nooks and crannies onto the skin. Just like so. The chicken looks so much better when you take time to clean it up a little bit, right? Absolutely. Okay, that's perfect. And so now we're gonna season once again, going right in with that beautiful Sazon. The Sazon, every time I use it, it makes me think of my Puerto Rican rice that I love so much. Oh my goodness. I could eat Puerto Rican rice. If I had time to make it, I would make it every single day. Eat it every single day, around the clock, 24/7. That's how much I love it. All right, I'm gonna go right in with some chicken bouillon powder. You may see or notice I have the salt out, but if I'm gonna use chicken bouillon powder, you either gotta figure out how much of each you're gonna use because they both are salty, or you can just use one or the other. I'm gonna use the chicken powder today for my flavor. There we go, lovely, and it smells so stinking good. Seasoning. Just a bit, but it's enough to give you that spice in the back of the palate, right? Do you guys like videos like this where I'm just kind of talking to you and we're just going with the flow and you can watch me cook my whole meal? I'd love to hear from you in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about a recipe like this, because I love coming on here just chitting and chatting, right? But then I can do the other videos where I don't say much. I just throw it in the oven and we're done. Baking something in the oven, I always like to put a little bit of water or even broth in the bottom of my pan. It kind of gets the cooking process going. How much? Between a half a cup and a cup. It's really up to you. Okay, so now I'm going to put some just cold water in. And because we use chicken bouillon powder, it's going to kind of be like it's chicken broth in here, right? Just enough. This liquid kind of comes halfway up the chicken. Let's get this into the oven, 350 degrees. Beautiful that is. Let's get it right into the oven. There we go. There's some potato salad, quick and simple. All of my potato salads are different. And so you may not have seen this recipe. So now I've used about 4 pounds of potatoes, and it took them about 20 to 25 minutes to get nice and fork tender. After they were fork tender, of course, I drained them and we've let them cool down. You can't mix your potato salad together while it's hot. Okay, unless you were making German potato salad, then you want your potatoes to be hot. All right, so I'm gonna go right in with some celery, and I'll be doubling back with this knife to make sure that my pieces of celery nice and fine. And guess what? I ain't putting onions in there anymore nowadays. I don't want onions in my potato salad, I don't. But if you want to put onions in yours, you know you can. This one stalk is going to do just perfect. So let's break it down. Go ahead and put our celery right in with our cooled down potatoes. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about something that's super important to me. And it should be important to you as well. When you're cooking with any types of raw meats, You make sure that you're sanitizing that area after you're done with that raw meat. You're washing your hands, changing your cutting board. You may notice that I was using a gray cutting board and now I'm using a white one. So anytime we have raw meats, you don't want to transfer bacteria. Transferring salmonella and E. coli, it's just not good. Take and wash and sanitize your cutting board or switch over to a new one like I did. And that's our potato salad. So now, I always like to tell everybody, I'm going to continue to say it, it is a such thing as dressing your salad a little too much. That means you put too much salad dressing and mustard and mayo in there. You don't want to do that. Start off with a little bit. You can always add to, okay? I know how much I'm putting in, so I'm going to put that much in for now. No measurements, you hear me? All right, a little bit of black pepper. You can use white pepper if you want. Definitely going in with that onion and garlic powder for great flavor. Now, the times that I don't use this spice trio here, I will always use adobo seasoning with the red cap to it. When you use adobo in your potato salad, chef's kiss every time. So I'm switching it up today. So that was onion powder. This is garlic powder, and you see on purpose that I'm putting a nice amount. I do have paprika, but that's going to be used just to garnish it, right? We're going to take those potatoes out, but we'll go ahead and mix this. Or not potatoes, our eggs. We'll go ahead and season and mix this right now. If you can't use the salt, it's as simple as leaving it out and letting your loved ones season their own potato salad with salt, right? Look at this. Let's go ahead and put our boiled eggs into. Okay, so I checked it. It had the perfect consistency. And so now, here's the thing. When you put your eggs in, be nice and gentle when you're stirring it around. Okay, because if you're not, you're going to break these eggs up. We work so hard to make them beautiful. You don't want to break them up, right? Lovely. And so I have this soft spatula that I'm going to use. I'm going to use folding technique, okay? Now, I decided to put a little bit of yellow mustard in. If you don't like mustard or you don't want to use it, you can always use vinegar in replace of the mustard, and it'll still give you that acidity that you're looking for, okay? And you can also put a couple pinches or two of sugar in. I'm not going to put sugar in, but a lot of times I do, right? It gives an umami factor. Make it say umami every time. Makes it delicious, all right? So I'm going to continue to cut these eggs. These eggs are hot. My goodness. Should have let them cool down, but it's a little bit of mustard in. Not too much. Just enough, maybe about a teaspoon. Some people, they use a whole lot of mustard. They want that bright mustard color, but then they love the flavor. I don't want that much mustard, right? Matter of fact, I ain't got that much. Laugh with me, guys. I'm having so much fun here today. Chicken is smelling amazing. Now we're going to do that folding technique. Y'all didn't tell me there's an egg? Dakota, you didn't tell me there's an egg sitting right in front of you? All right, come on, let's do this. Get that one in too. Nobody left behind, right? Perfect. Use our soft spatula. Fold that thing in just like so. Paprika for garnish. Look at that. A little bit of paprika for garnish. I've already tasted it, but we'll taste it again, you know. Lovely. If you really want to impress your family and friends, when you take those boiled eggs, you put a couple slices on top. Okay, so let's go at it. Gotta taste it. Perfect. Make you some. Now what I'm getting ready to do is we're going to do our last side dish. How easy, how quick is this recipe coming together? Super quick. Okay, so now we're going to be making corn niblets. Some of you may call them nibblers, niblets, corn bites, whatever you may call them. You gotta have some seasoning. I just throw together a bunch of seasonings, but this is what I'm using today. Creole seasoning, whatever kind of Cajun seasoning you have, put it onto a platter. Watch this. This stuff is good. My husband loves it. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna put some chicken bouillon powder. All right. We're going to do some black pepper because we're going to take these corn on the cob pieces. We're going to break them down into bite-sized pieces, and we're going to be rolling our corn into melted butter, and then we roll it into these spices and we bake the corn. Absolutely. And when I tell you it's good, it's so good, fingerlicious good. Okay, so I'm going right in with garlic powder. Yep. Onion powder, the parsley flakes, you know it's just for color. Mix these ingredients together. It doesn't have to be a certain measurement. If you like one spice more than you like another, you just do it that way. Okay, so we'll set this aside. We're gonna melt this full stick of butter. Okay, I'll put it in here. But we'll do that when everything's almost done. When the chicken's almost done, right? Our potato salad, it's completely done. So I'll just set this in the microwave for now. And next time, in the next clip, when I come back, we're gonna cut these into bite-sized pieces. I cut them just like that. Okay, try your best to make them all the same size, but if you can't, don't worry about it. Look at this chicken. How beautiful is our chicken? Can they see? All right, look at this. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and we're gonna drench our chicken. Well, not drench it, but you get the gist. We're gonna paint that barbecue sauce on, and we're gonna flip it over and do the other side. Now, there was some liquid in the pan, which I've poured off, okay? Just like this, but what we're gonna do is this goes back into the oven so that barbecue sauce can bake down into this lovely protein, just like so. And when I come back in the next clip, we're making our corn. Back into the oven. Here's how we do the corn. So now here, you see the stick of butter has been melted. Okay, it's cooled down enough so I can do this. We've tossed this in the butter, into the spices, all right, onto the cookie sheet. Put it in the oven, but listen to me, if there's one thing that I'm not a fan of, is corn on the cob and it's mushy. Don't overcook this. You'll know when it's done. You want it to still have some nice bite to it. You do. So don't overcook it. And guess what? Don't use frozen either. I don't like frozen. Don't use frozen corn on the cob. The oven. Into the oven. Look at this, everybody. So delicious. The corn perfectly done. Potato salad. Barbecue chicken. I'm going to make my husband's plate right now. Listen to me. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Tell your family and friends. Tell the world what Gina's doing in this kitchen on a daily basis. And Heavenly Father, we thank you once again for providing a meal, loving us in your hedge of protection. Hey, everybody, take a bite. Look at this. Make you some.